Mr. Ron Aledo is a former U.S. military officer, former CIA contractor, and former intelligence and operations officer at the Pentagon. He is currently the chief executive officer of Miami Intelligence Agency. Mr. Aledo is now joining us live from Miami. Good to see you, sir, and welcome. I will begin by the rhetoric question I asked the audience at the start of that report. Do you think this is the end of the transatlantic partnership between America and its longest trusted allies through Trump?
I do believe is a strong separation on policy goals and international relations and foreign policy goals. It's not a complete breakdown or a complete stop of cooperation in many other issues, including visas, including economic, commercial agreements, etc. But yes, it's a very strong divide on the political, geopolitical goals of foreign policy.
Mm-hmm. What are the significant repercussions of that split?
Well, the main thing right now about Ukraine is that you will see two completely different policies going forward. Mm-hmm. You have to understand the Biden administration was in complete synchrony and harmony with most of Europe, with the exception of Prime Minister Orban from Hungary. But other than that, all the political parties from center-right and center-left, they were in complete harmony with the Biden administration worldview, what we call our globalist, neoconservative worldview. Mm-hmm. But President Trump and Vice President Vance, as we could see in the Munich speech that he gave, they have a very different worldview. They have the classic paleo-conservative worldview in which it's a very realistic, it's not ideology-driven, and it's also very realistic in understanding the realities of the terrain, mm-hmm. of what's happening. And obviously, they do not think the United States is the police of the war and should be engaged in regime change and making the war similar to the United States. Mm-hmm. So that's a very strong divide. And basically, the most important significance is for Ukraine. They are going to see a strong divide on the Ukrainian policy. The United States will try, and is already talking to Putin, is already talking to Russia, because they believe it's very important that the two biggest nuclear superpowers in the world talk to each other and understand each other and reduce tension with each other. But the rest of Europe will continue with the policy of fighting in Ukraine until the last Ukrainian and supporting in a fanatical way the Ukrainian military. So that's going to be the strongest and is the strongest divide right now.
Mr. Aledo, by the way, and very quickly, I'm sure you must have watched Presidents Trump and Macron yesterday. From their body language, their interaction, and the smirk by Macron when Trump was asked about his Zelensky, the dictator comment, what did you read from all of that?
Well, Trump is not going to change his position. He already took a path a week ago, and he's going to continue with his path. He's going to divide and make distance between he and Zelensky, between he and the current regime change, the regime in Kiev. So he's going to continue with that. But yesterday, he was trying to be diplomatic because obviously Macron has a very different position from his. And he was not trying to openly contradict him. And he was not trying to openly oppose him. He was trying basically to talk generics in a general way. And obviously, he didn't want to call dictator President Putin because, as he said before many times, that is not constructive to achieve peace. To have this verbal spat with Russia, the first nuclear superpower in the world, he doesn't want that. He wants to reduce tensions with Russia, but he wants already to create a separation between him and Zelensky. And yesterday he was very friendly with Macron, but he also was very diplomatic, not trying to contradict his position. That is the same position that Europe and Biden had for the last 3 years.
All right, Mr. Ron Aledo, it's always good to talk to you. Thank you very much for your insights today.
Thank you very much.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.